You know, so sometimes I don't edit out my own breaths on this channel, but it's always really weird to hear them stacked up like that, eh? Welcome everyone to TikTok Tuesday. Coming out a little bit late, I know. I just recorded like an hour's worth of stuff. It's gonna be a big video coming, so trust me, things are happening. I'm not just being lazy playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, though I still kind of am being lazy playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, and speaking of video games, I will be streaming some more of them tonight after this goes up, so make sure you drop by and say hi. But for now, let's look at TikTok nonsense you guys have sent me today.
This is why public acceptance of gay people is declining. Nobody in their right mind wants to be complete.
The United Nations replaces all 193 country flags with LGBT flags. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Nobody in their right mind wants to be completely inundated with pride flags for the month of June, whether you are gay or straight. We are all sick of it. I don't need to see a pride flag to feel welcome in my country or to not feel oppressed. Do you know what this says to me? Not that we're a marginalized community. In fact, it says the opposite, that we are a community that incessantly needs validation in order to feel welcome in society because we're so insecure about ourselves.
True.
If this is something that you feel like you need every June, ask yourself why. Because anybody in their right mind, gay or straight, doesn't need this or want it. This is not equality. This is privilege. And I hate to break it to you, but true equality doesn't come with privilege. So are we really fighting for equal rights, or are we fighting for special treatment?
This is something I've heard a bunch of, actually. If you talk to, let's say, lesbians or gay people or bisexual people, they often tend to complain, usually behind closed doors, because you can't really say this in public, but they complain that the T has taken over all the activism. And it's like, listen, people aren't getting fired for being gay. You know, they can date whoever they want. They're not getting Sharia law, at least not yet. They can get gay married, you know, like legally things are pretty good. So a lot of the LG and B people, they don't really see the problem. And you can make some arguments as to whether or not trans people are actually oppressed. In fact, there's some very good arguments that they are. The point is, like I said during my video on Pride this year, everyone's done with it. Even the normies don't want to have this shit pounded into their head anymore. It's just gotten old.
Stop it, bro, I'm on break! You
What?
fucking dumbass! I'm on break!
You going
I'm
viral,
break!
you don't even know who I am.
Then why are you behind the counter? Go to the break room.
I didn't do anything wrong to you. I
Why
said
is
I'm
you
break,
yelling?
And then I offer you want to play
So
with
look,
Jordan?
Uncle,
No,
let me
just
talk.
tell me what I did wrong,
Oh,
bro.
can I
That's what
talk?
makes me
Can I
mad.
talk?
You're coming at me, bro.
No, can I
I'm
talk?
giving up sleep.
Oh,
I'm
God,
work-
Zoomers.
I'm from 10
The Zoomers
p.m.
speak.
To fucking 6 in the morning. Why are you on my ass if I get a fucking 30-minute break just so your fat ass can get pancakes and eggs? Don't be fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. It's a privilege that I'm even working here at this fucking hour, bro.
You're getting
Come on,
paid
man,
for it.
be
It's not a
fucking
privilege.
human. Fucking irrelevant if we're
You gonna
playing
be
right now.
fired
I don't care,
tomorrow.
bro. I really don't care.
Cause I didn't do nothing to you
Bro,
but
now
come
it's
in
'cause
here.
You're on the camera now, bro.
No, you
Oh
talking
my
about
God.
you mad cause you yelling on.
Cameras have made people insane. I think.
So where's somebody else?
Hey,
So
bro,
if you
you
don't
just
break,
said it. Hey.
if you don't
Hey,
break,
you just said it, bro.
if you don't break,
You're
where's
making me mad
somebody
on my
else?
break.
I'm not
dog.
making you mad,
No,
bro.
because you're saying like, oh, like, why are you trying to refuse service? Like, that's fucking dumb, this and that. Bro, I'm on break. I don't even have to
Okay,
do it
you
in the
telling
first
me
place,
you
bro.
saying
But the
on
fact
your
that I even
break?
asked you to take a
Bro,
to
your
roll
boss
it, bro,
gonna see this
is
in the
fucking
morning.
crazy, bro.
Your boss gonna see this in the
Bro, I don't
morning.
care, bro. That's what I don't think.
Then
that's
just walk
what
out if you don't
your
care.
head. I
Like,
do not
just
care.
peace.
I am working
Alright.
a 10 p.m. shift to 6 in the morning. You think I want to work this job, bro?
We're missing a lot of context here, but it really feels like just the act of pulling out a phone or pulling out a camera in 2023 massively escalates every situation, because everyone knows not to just constantly be referring back to other videos. That was what my nostalgia as fascism video was about. Is that back in the day, you pull out a camera, everyone's having a good time. Nowadays, everyone's on edge. They're all scared they're gonna be the next viral hit. And I don't mean anything positive when I say hit there. I think this guy actually ended up getting fired for this. And as far as I can tell, the dispute was probably pretty reasonable. Like, he is the only person at IHOP doing 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. It is a shitty shift. Night shift sucks. I've done it myself. And he's on his 30-minute break, which is his right. And someone comes in and is like, yo, make me food. He's like, I can't make you food. I'm on a 30-minute break. No one else in the store, you gotta wait. That's just how it is. If there's one person in the store and you're on your break, that store's shut down until you're done your break. That's just how it is, man. So, like, the customer probably wanted his food. That's reasonable. The guy probably wanted his break. That's also reasonable. But I think it's the presence of the phone, of the fact that this got uploaded to TikTok anyway, and that it went viral, and that they knew it was going to happen, that probably escalated the entire encounter.
How
And speaking of restaurants, look at this.
No, I freed it out.
They're they're just doing it during a flood. Like, now that's the complete opposite situation. They're hyper committed to their job. I'd be out of there. This was a really nice notebook until this happened. What's going on? If Malaysia was anime, COVID ball, it's loud. You really made me write my name in the fucking death note. I hope that that video clip doesn't get the channel nuked. At one point, we actually had plans, like this is way back during the anime review days of the channel. We had plans to do like a Death Note review. And I think we actually have somewhere an actual Death Note, just like a prop that we ended up not using. I still like Death Note. But I mean, the anime reviews weren't making the money. The gaming stuff makes some money. The politics stuff makes a lot of money. So had to scrap it. Actually, I'm just kind of curious. If you do want to see like the SFO anime review come back, post something in the comments. I'm kind of curious to see if there's any interest in that. Was this some kind of a show? Is he gonna jump into the crowd? Oh, they're saying no. The crowd's saying no. Don't do it. Yeah! They just like parted like the Red Sea and let him go head first into the ground. Oh my god. You know, I never understood the whole crowd surfing thing. I know that there's a stereotype of it. Did people actually do that? Like, did rock stars actually get crowds to carry them around? Was it always like all the brown people holding Daenerys up?
What are they?
Men.
Hold on. What did that say? People watching the WNBA in 2030. Oh god.
They were once men.
That's terrible. That's amazing, but terrible. I think I mentioned this one in a previous TikTok Tuesday where I was talking about the guy who bit the metal. And I said this is like another example of a really funny TikTok that's kind of been lost. Well, someone sent it to me because it's not that lost. What? What the fuck? What the fuck am I watching? They're just partying with a monkey? What the okay, for white girls it's dog pilled, for black girls it's literally monkey pilled. Is that where we are? I wish I understood the human race, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
This isn't like full shade towards you. I just see a lot of comments like this, and this was the most recent one, so I'm just responding to this one.
What's the comment here? I don't blame you for not trusting white people. I'm white. I don't even trust other white people. Jesus.
When white people say shit like this, it isn't the serve they think it is. Like, you're a part of the problem, fix your people, bro.
What the
like,
fuck?
When white people are
this
like,
collectivist ass
I'm white,
bullshit.
and white people do suck. Yeah, you're probably a part of those said white people, so do something about it. The fuck?
Don't worry, you're pretty shit
also,
too, lady.
I hate when white people try to validate me. Like, they're literally like, I'm white, but I agree. Bro, I don't know if you noticed, but
okay.
I don't need validation from white people. Like, that's the last thing I need in my life. Like, I feel like white people always
oh
try,
my god,
but they miss. Like... And I feel bad for y'all. Not that bad, though, because your ancestors suck and you're stinky and evil. But
wow,
bad enough.
This person's actually just a racist.
And tell you not to leave comments like this because it's crusty. Anyways,
what an actual
for all
piece
the
of shit.
Demons willing to learn.
Bleach demons?
You're not as bad as the rest.
Man, they keep inventing all these slurs for white people. Look at what they have to do to mimic a fraction of our power. This person's actually just a racist. Like, she's legitimately a disgusting human being. But it's funny how she's like, I don't need validation from white people. Okay, fuck it. No white person should ever chill with you again or give your ideas any credence. You say, you're racist. No, we're not. Fuck you. Fuck off. If they're actually going to slap the hand of reconciliation, why should anyone stick it out at them? Fuck these people. Oh, this next one I think is really interesting because this is a trans man who said that as a man, he now gets way less privilege than he used to as a woman. I think that's what this is.
Nobody told me how lonely being a man is. I had closer friendships with random women I met in the bathroom before I transitioned at clubs because of how open women are than I've had in my 8 years of transitioning. because women are just so much more vulnerable and deep than men. But to have known, and I think a lot of trans men feel this, is we knew what depth felt like before we transitioned. We knew what it felt like to like have people want to hug us. And
I have multiple feelings about this already.
Talk to us.
Maybe I'll wait until this is done.
Community, and then you transition, and you're just a guy walking down the street that people cross the street so that they're not near you. And friendships are so much harder to build. And people are colder. What's hard is none of this invalidates how real and raw women and people who are in marginalized groups feel about cis white men. All of that's valid. But I also now understand why the suicide rate is so much higher in men. Because this shit is lonely. And I'm an emotionally mature man. I know how to build friendships, and it is still really, really hard.
There's a few things going on here. One, there was, back in the 2000s, there was that famous documentary where a woman cross-dressed as a man to see what it was like to truly have male privilege, and then came out of the experience as like a men's rights activist because she was treated so much worse as a man than as a woman. That's true, definitely. Unless you are like the top 1% of men, you know, unless you are, you know, the top of your field, you have tons of money, you have like amazing looks or something, you're generally treated like shit by most of society. And there is a loneliness to it, and there is absolutely reasons why the male suicide rate is so high. But also, I have to wonder, because this person's a trans man, meaning that they're biologically female, I have to wonder if there is something in the trans man experience that is fundamentally missing of the cis man one. Because we've all seen that video of Henry Cavill immediately becoming friends with like one of his co-stars or something, simply because they both like Warhammer, and the girls in the room chuckled like tee-hee men. That's how men build real friendships. It's like, oh, they have one common interest, we don't need to know anything else. You know, that's why you see like memes about, you know, men grilling or men building holes, you know, dudes posting their wins as an account just full of male bonding over honestly just random stuff. But that's how men are, you know? They bond over activities. When they get mad, they fight, and then they're friends again. Like, there are certain masculine aspects to this that I wonder if, because this person's a trans man and not a cis man, he just doesn't get. Because it actually is pretty easy making friends with other men. It's just not in the what he describes as deep, spiritual, emotional, womanly way that this person describes. Though I wouldn't necessarily call men shallow, which is kind of the implication here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah. Dude. That's fucking... I gotta, like, go dig my Dreamcast out or something now. That's fucking awesome. When I was a kid, I always wanted the Sonic soap shoes just so I could do that. It always seemed cool, but, like, looking at it again, it looks a little bit strange, doesn't it? Maybe it's just the angle or something, but it's not nearly as cool as, like, pulling off a skateboard trick or something. Ah, well, childhood ruined. Alright, my friends, that'll about do it for me. Thanks for being here. Keep sending me this garbage, and I'll keep making these. I'll keep making these. I'll see you next time, okay? Oh, and come by the stream tonight. We're playing Star Wars. I'll be dressed up as a fat Luke Skywalker. It's gonna be a fun time. You can make fun of me all you want. Okay, I'll see you there, guys. I love you.